I think it's difficult to establish an editorial perspective outside your own work.
Yeah, there's always the danger of trying to envision the reader too much.
Yeah, that's true.
But as long as you're writing on what you love and what's interesting to you, and then and if you can develop also a sense of the reader or a reader or how this would be read by someone else, is sort of having a meta awareness. The more it's like empathizing with someone. You empathize with the reader. It's like communication. It's there's obligation that you have to your reader.
Yes, I think that's
to communicate, to be clear, to let them to bring them into your story. And so and one thing, it's bad if you're going, well, everyone likes werewolves, or
everyone shouldn't be jumping on werewolves.
Everyone likes Pippi Longstocking with lots of tattoos. She's going to go on some mad caper to find all these Nazi killers in Sweden. Okay, these are going to sell.
A completely fictional example, by the way.
right. But okay, so it's. I think it's going to kill your writing if you're writing for what's going to sell.
I think that's so true.
But if you maintain yourself and what you're really interested in, and what you would like to read, and what you would like to write, and what you think about, and what obsesses you. And then you can also have a sense of the reader out there at the same time. Yeah. Then you can fulfill that obligation in a better way.
Well, I think you're so right about that. I think it's... Well, I suppose I should just ask this as a question rather than stating it as a fact. But is the target reader for The Song of the Crow and your next book the same reader? I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. His next book is also about flight. And I have read some of it, but I shouldn't say anything more.
Okay, I don't really think, for the reader, your ideal reader is someone who has no, burning special interest that's going to steer them toward one thing. And they're going to have... enough of experience to understand all the clues you're giving them. But it's not like I'm writing about people who like clowns or people who play basketball all day. Or people with special interests. I'm writing what interests me, and hopefully I can invite people in who haven't considered, or they may. Oh well, there's two people. There'll be airplane wonks, people who know everything about airplanes, and wow, I got to write it to people who know everything about airplanes.
So all the facts have to be right.
So everything has to be right. No. But then I want to write for people that, geez, I hadn't thought about flying in a balloon or flying in an airplane. Well, come with me and let's go on a ride.
Are all your books going to be about flight in some way?
No, I think no. I thought, why do I write about flight? It's because
that's a good question.
Well, because I feel like because I'm in prison and I need escape and I just want to fly out of my head.
I suspect that's a kind of common feeling amongst aspiring writers. Actually,
I really don't. Yeah.